The British Touring Car Championship starts right here, right now. 2 weeks ago, we may have had launch day to see exactly what the teams and drivers think, but now it's time for the talking to stop and the action to begin. A brand new qualifying format awaits us here at Donington Park. Let's catch up with all the teams, drivers and personalities' thoughts when we were there on Media Day. Let's hear from them now. So, have you been caught up? Because I've been going around everybody, and the second we go live, we can't find any drivers.
Oh, well, they're all committed to the autograph. You see, you have to queue up and get an autograph. You can't just walk up to the driver. There's a 20-minute queue to get Colin Turkington out there. So
I was just looking. I was like, that's right. I felt how cheeky it would be if I just walked through the back of the paddock and interrupted them. But it's like this is fan time. Yeah,
well, it's normally like that, but an autograph session. Can you queue up like the rest of them? Come on.
I've got 20 minutes of what was I talk about? I'm not Murray. I can't do it all. Well, I could, but... And what's coming up there on ITV this year? We got anything new?
No, we're going to be exactly the same. We'll have all 10 rounds, comprehensive coverage, mainly on the Sunday, qualifying live on the Saturday. And, it'll... I think it normally amounts to about 70 hours of live coverage a year. So I think we get the best of it.
Excellent. Thanks. I'll take care. I'll see you soon.
Right, all the best.
Tom, I got you. Quickly. How was that session out there? Because Tom Tilton went out first. And let's let him get his stuff down. Hello. How was it? Because Tom Tilton went out first this morning, you told me when we met.
Yeah, Tom, we sent Tom out to just basically have a look around the circuit more than anything else. Yeah, good. Yeah, really, really good. Tom and I have topped the times, so it's a good start to the year. Could just do with this weather. We're just doing a bit of a tweak of the week going on in the garage now, so we could do with validating this one.
That's what I thought as well. Good luck out there this afternoon, and I'll try and catch up with you at the end of the day.
Thank you.
Hiya again. Yeah, how was it out there? You topped the session.
Yeah, nice to be the A team. We're P1, P2, aren't we? But it's obviously just testing. But you don't know what everyone's doing. But it's a good start, isn't it? The car's obviously strong, and I've always liked the circuit.
You do go well here a lot as well. You said this morning that when you actually press the button, it feels like something. Is the extra hybrid power just making you that more competitive with the Nappers out there?
Well, we've all got the same, haven't we? So we're all doing the same speed. But it was just when you hit it, you feel it. Whereas last year you hit it and you didn't really feel it. It was like a light push from behind. Whereas now it's like whoosh, because it's a lot better. So yeah, I think everyone's enjoying it. Everyone's going faster. And I think as a driver, when you're all going faster, you're all happy.
Excellent. Good luck this afternoon. I'll try and catch up with you this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
See you later. Hi. Sorry, we're live out there. Yeah, sorry. Oh, speak there. How's the car going out there? Because I saw this morning there was a bit of issue for Josh Cook. They were all complaining around it when I was looking around this morning.
I mean, I'm not Josh Cook, so
no, I know. But you've been hanging around talking all day, so I thought I was hoping. And then I'm going to get onto your promise.
Yeah, he's not having the most productive day. There's a few little issues with the car. But they're working through it. Obviously, it's only the fourth day in the car, and it was sort of built fairly late notice. So they're just running through a few things. Hopefully get them running this afternoon.
Are you going to get out there some point this year?
Trying to. As it stands, no. We're still looking for that extra bit of money, but we don't quite have it yet. So fingers crossed that it'll come at some point. If not, I'm sure I'll find something else to do.
Now, everyone watching on the YouTube channel, because we do the watch-alongs for the races as well, everybody always especially last season when you were making some fantastic moves, always say about how great Jade Edwards is out there as well. So know you've got fans and supporters, I know you do. But Touring Cars Big Dream, I was actually at your first race a couple of years ago. Adam Morgan going back. I'm sorry, I'll let you go back in a second. Great racing, great action out there, and absolutely proving that women can drive in touring cars and racing motorsport as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out there initially because I'm just a driver that's worked up the ladder and made my way here. But it's always nice to represent the minority, and that is females in motorsport. And, you know, one thing that I'm gutted about this year is obviously my own goals I can't achieve by being on the sidelines. But there's also so many young females and young, people coming up to me and inspired and showing that you can do whatever you want when you grow up. And I don't mean that in just the females in a male industry. I hope that some young males look at me and think, well, actually, maybe they want to do something that's a bit more female industry, and it gives them the confidence to go and do that. So that's one thing I am gutted about, is that I'm not able to inspire that younger generation.
I can absolutely 100% assure you are. Over in the commentary box is my sister Megan, who has been commentating for years on the touring cars and absolutely loved. In fact, Megan, can you hear us still?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you when you were commentating on the touring cars, you were always supporting Jade Edwards and always looking where she was on the timing screen.
I was.
Don't know if you can hear her there.
Just about, I think, yeah. But yeah, exactly that. And it's just showing everyone, not just females, just everyone, that you can do whatever it is you want to do in this world, whether it's motorsport or not, male or female. You can set some dreams and go and chase them.
I really hope you're back in the car this year and the money turns up.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Tim, you got time for a word? Are you ready off to the media centre? Very quickly. I've spoken to Steve Ryder today and Mark Blundell. What do you think of the touring car season?
Well, I'm always super excited this time of the year. You know, you never know how it's going to play out. Everyone starts off on an equal footing. There's been a lot of changes over the winter. There's always things to talk about, whether it's the work the teams have done on the cars, whether it's drivers in different cars, whether it's regulation changes. There's lots of things that have been done that lead me to think it's anybody's game. You know, the best man will always win. The cream always rises to the top. But I can't wait to see how it plays out here in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, speaking of, hello, Scott. You're right. I was running into you earlier on as well. Are you?
Yeah, very.
I'm going to, hopefully that balances. I had to put the rain cover on. Well, I think I was speaking to Richard from the Hard Compound earlier on as well. We passed each other when you were out. What a livery you've got here as well. How does it feel out there?
Really good, really good. Yeah, loving it out there. It's we did have a little bit of an off, so that is why I don't know if the camera's going to see it, the front.
Oh my!
But it's not too bad. It's just I was just trying to find the limits of the car. That's what today was about, and yeah, maybe pushed it over the limit a little bit. But no, really enjoying it, getting more and more laps in, and ultimately becoming more and more confident with the car.
How's it looking for 2 weeks' time then when we get back here for the actual season?
I think it'll be good. I can't wait to get my first British touring car weekend under my belt. Will be amazing, and yeah, I think it should be good. I think it should be there or thereabouts. So yeah, I can't wait to get going for the first race weekend.
I'll have to catch up with you at Knockhill when I'm next in the paddock, so that's gonna be fun. But we're doing the watch along, so we'll look forward to seeing how you do as well. You and Chris Smiley, I was told, like that. So you're going to go with the team. How long is that going to last when you're on the track?
Well, hopefully I'm quicker than him. He's a man.
Hang on, JT, were you quicker today? I was going to ask JT in my ears.
No, we're close. We are very close. So, yeah, we did put a new tyre run on. So where I had a little off, I think I would have been a little bit closer to him. But also, he's had a few years in British touring cars, so he knows like how everything runs, everything goes. So yeah, it's good to learn off of him. And yeah, I'm sure as the season goes on, I'll be closing that gap. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
I really hope so as well. You're the second driver who just turned up behind me today as well. It's like running into you lot as well. So overall, what are you thinking of the championship before I let you go?
I'm not really, at the moment, not really looking for it. Like, Jack Sears is where I want to
That's
be.
what I thought, yeah, Jack Sears.
Jack Sears is where I want to be, so I've got to try and play that how I need to play it. So, but then overall, of course, the further up the grid is the best. So yeah, it's going to be difficult. Some really good drivers, especially still in the Jack Sears. So just got to give it my all and see how it plays out.
One good race. So wet race 2, you get the reverse in race 3, start on pole. Have the car just go for it? You're going to go for it?
Yeah, of course I'm going to go for it. All elbows out is what I need to do. So yeah, we know the car is good. So yeah, you just got to keep on making that gap smaller and smaller to the front boys, and yeah, hopefully it goes really well.
Well, it's been looking like champagne, so there you go. So it's been looking like it all day as well. I've seen you out a couple of times. I spent most of my day in the paddock, and I was supposed to be on track in the last session, couldn't because of the rain. And then yeah, but I did notice earlier on that it was Smiley who did the front bumper, and then now you've done the end bumper. So I think you win on that.
Well, to be he did go off at Croft, yeah, so that didn't look too pretty. So
but didn't you go off at Brands?
Me?
Did you not? Oh, you did. JT, you told me he went off at Brands. That was what we were doing. He was there. Josh Turner was at Brands, and he said that you went off. He didn't go off.
Hold up.
I did have a little problem at Brands. There's a few little problems, but we kept it nicely on track on the black stuff. It didn't do that today, but again, just trying to push the car, find the limits, and yeah, it's all good preparation for the first round.
I don't know if you can hear him shouting over there. What did you say?
I don't think it was an off. I think it was a mechanical problem at the end of the
Mechanical problem
straight.
at the end of the
It
straight.
was-
Had it?
What, today?
No, on France.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was there was a problem with the fuse, and it was sucking power from the battery. So yeah, I did have a little stop on track. So
Yeah,
and then, yeah, we got pulled back, then went back out. But yeah, no, really looking forward to getting to go the first round.
I was
Excellent.
at
I look
the
forward to it.
top of the Paddock
care.
Hill grandstand
Thank you.
and could see everything. Can't hide from me.
I'm going to doorstep one more man. I'm giving him a wave as he comes down. Alan Gow, who I said earlier on I was doing this. And do you mind? Can I have a word with you quickly? Haven't got long. Haven't got long. So, Alan, brand new touring car regulations this year with a whole new hybrid system, brand new qualifying. You've been out there in the paddock, same as me. How's it looking out there? The drivers happy with everything?
Oh, the drivers love it. Well, the hybrid system's the same as what we've had. It's just an increase in amount of power. So the drivers all love that. If you go and talk to any of the drivers, they're really looking forward to it.
Are you looking forward to it as well, another season?
I always look forward to it. And the changes we've made for this year, I think it'll make it pretty special.
Any news on the calendar? Formula One beat you to it this year.
Yeah, first time in their history. But no, we normally put the calendar out about June, so
Any surprises in the lineup?
shouldn't be. Not unless someone builds a new circuit between now and next year, no.
I miss Rockingham, just personally. I know
So do I. I used to love Rockingham.
I did. Thank you, Alan, for 3 times today.
No problems.
Thank you. And joining me now in the commentary box is JT, and Megan Birch is with us this weekend as she'll be monitoring the commentary box as we will be trackside. Yeah, we weren't supposed to be. And then somebody said, come trackside, and somebody then sent me trackside. Megan?
Hey.
Why did you sent me trackside?
It's good opportunities.
It is. So, yeah.
I'm nothing but supportive.
Heading trackside for the season opener of the touring cars. Just a quick reminder, we won't be live on JB Motorsports 1 tomorrow. We'll be live on JB Motorsports 2 for the touring car races, trackside. Live also on JB Motorsports Twitch. The links are in the YouTube description now in the live chat. We'll also be live on USON. We'll be live on the JB Motorsports Facebook and also live on the EERC YouTube channel as well. So, because we're trackside for season launch, everyone's getting all of us. So, very exciting to have that. As we're getting ready for the first green light. And let's say, for the first time, good afternoon to Josh T. JT, interesting session now. New qualifying format about to breachers. And 3 groups, 10 minutes. And Group 1 and Group 2, top 6 providers with the top shootout race. We're green and we're underway for qualifying in 2024. Good afternoon.
Hello. Yeah, absolutely. It is an interesting qualifying format. You might recognise it.
Yeah.
IndyCar. Over in the States, it is, well, identical with the 2 groups and then into the top 12, then into the quick 6 as well, the quick 6 format, as the cars get pulled and pushed out into the fast lane as the green light is on, as you said. But it's a new qualifying for touring cars. It works for IndyCar, but will it work for the BTCC? I think so.
Yeah, get used to, by the way, just seeing Megan and JT. You'll see Megan tomorrow, but you won't see JT, and you'll see me, because mainly what we're going to have tomorrow is the full screen on the touring cars, with then swapping in with the driver tracker and everything as well. So it'll be mixed up, but JT will sort of be behind the scenes tomorrow, but still be in the commentary box commentating with me. But we'll be seeing more of the track action stuff as well. Track looks a bit greasy out there, JT, and having walked the circuit 2 weeks ago, the elevation change here is unbelievable.
Yep, absolutely. And if you were listening to the trackside commentary team in FP1 and FP2 at the end of free practice 2 and the start of free practice 2, there were drops of rain. Now, the ITV4 graphic said sun. I don't know what weather forecast they're looking at or where they're looking about in the sky, but, well, it would be nice to have some sun at Donington Park. It is, in fact, very overcast, very cloudy, not a bit of sun in the sky, and some windshield wipers on some of the cars as well.
Yeah, it's not exactly the greatest to go forward. I've just realised that when I have to leave here, my PlayStation will be on, and the HDMI lead won't be connected to the back of the box. So I will talk you through it later on tonight.
What? Wait, what am I meant to be doing?
No, if anything, that's Dad's department. Well, you and Dad can deal with that later on as well. So here's the new BMW, Adam Morgan, in what is a very damp circuit at the moment. Window wipers are on.
Rain on the camera.
Yeah, and now JT, you were trackside at Brands Hatch. I was trackside at Donington. I will be tomorrow as well for the racing. But BMW have very much kept it a secret, haven't they? Show off. You show off all the time when you're trackside. But anyway, they've kept secret this car, and it's all to do with the toe links and how much incline angle they've got. It's a very fast BMW they've got this year, and they're being incredibly secretive about it.
Yeah, absolutely, and it could definitely be a fast car. That's Morgan getting a little bit of a slide on out the older hairpin.
Yeah, just keeping it together nicely as he pushes it through uphill towards McLean's and then into Coppice at the top of the hill. This part of the track is remarkably hilly. Having walked it and remembering it as well, it's uphill, and it's so uphill. You really do forget all about it. And the one bit I hate as well is that you exit the corner here coming out of Coppice and you go down the Starkey Straight, and you're just like, this never ends. And by the time you get to the S's, your feet really, really hurt. And then I did the Melbourne hairpin.
That's a long straight.
It's really long. But they're not using the Melbourne hairpin this time here at Donington. They're using the chicane here. We'll be trackside for this Donington. Don't think we'll be trackside for the next time touring cars with Donington in the summer, because it's
chaotic weekend.
Chaotic weekend, yeah. So we're only here for this one. And then Adam Morgan's done a 130.388, but then we've also had that changed over already with Watson, 125.538. So he has found the pace and found the time. Remember to turn the heater off before you leave the commentary box.
How do I turn that off?
This one here, all the way over there, and then turn it on like that.
Let's not set the commentary box on fire.
Yeah. Okay.
That one.
All the way to yes, all the way. Morgan's looking good there at the moment on this track time. So yeah, we are trackside tomorrow, and check out the JB Motorsports at JB Motorsports X and at JB Motorsports IG. We'll be posting things throughout the day about being trackside and exactly where you can go to find us.
Before you leave.
Oh, and that's Holstead in the other XL8 car, the Accelerate. And he's coming to a stop in the middle of the field. Now, is that looked to be coming out of the old hairpin? I hope that doesn't throw a red flag into proceedings. It's green at the moment.
Hopefully not, Nick Halstead. You're not in a crazy car yet, mate. That's in a little while after the qualifying, of course, the Crazy Karts Championship, as that's a big slide from Morgan out the final corner. Where does he go? Currently second, stays second, 128.875, and the rain is coming down
drizzling
heavier.
Now, yeah. Now,
and Group 2 will be going on to the wet setups, no doubt. And Group 1, just to remind you, is Ingram, Camish, Doble, Morgan, Moffat, Watson, Pearson, Taylor Smith, Osborne, and Halstead. And then Group 2 are the other ones, which we'll get to later.
Yeah, just window projecting to make sure everything's okay. Taylor Smith, Pearson, yeah, the rookie Halstead in there too on the board. So there are your timing towers, 10 going through at the moment. But JT, because it's now drizzling, the track's only going to get worse. 3 drivers set lap times, so pretty much that could be it, unless they find some time. If you double Taylor Smith, Pearson, Halstead, you're sort of, I don't want to say it, but you're screwed effectively, because you're not going to get into the top 6.
Yeah, well, here comes Camish across the line to set his first time. And it's a 125.6, goes second with purple sector 3, even if it is drizzling. Tom Ingram, Moffat goes fourth. Tom Ingram goes into pit lane. And they were talking earlier, Josh.
Yeah.
On BTCC trackside commentary about the Toka technical area and about the little pranks that they used to pull on a certain Alan Gow.
Oh, really? What do they do?
One of the guys up in Toka made him, on one weekend, every single time he entered the pit lane here at Donington Park, he was called to the Toka Technical. So he couldn't get into pit lane without going through Toka Technical.
I'm going to ask him about this tomorrow, because I'm bound to run into him. Although, the one thing is, when I went there, it was only the touring cars. Now, everyone's going to be there. It's going to be packed.
It's going to be a busy.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely packed. Which I'm looking forward to, because Alice Powell and Abby Pulling are walking around. And I really want a word with Abby. I really want a word with Abby Pulling. And I really want a word with Alice Powell as well. So I'll be scudding around in the back of the paddock and making sure everyone's there. We're on air early tomorrow as well, by the way.
How early?
Half an hour before, 45 to half an hour before the first race of the touring cars. Yet to
We
out.
are live at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then
Race starts at
Please get clips of Abby Pulling and Alice Power, thank you.
Yeah, because I thought we could
17
use that in F1 Academy, Jess, next time out.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's why I was wanting that. Thank you.
I know, Jess, don't worry about that. I've had the same idea. And race winner, of course, Abby Pulling now from last time out with Dorian Pan being disqualified. Lights have come on now for
It's
Doble.
Pin. It's pronounced Pin now. It's pronounced Pin. They confirmed it on their socials. It's pronounced Pin, not Pan.
So even though she said it was Dorian Pan, it's Dorian Pin.
Can she decide?
Race control, lap time to lead for car 16 for track limits. So coming on there as well for Moffat.
Oh, so I did find the correct video then. In the
Yes, Dorian Pin, not Dorian Pan.
What
Right.
a mess.
I'm going to ask. I'll ask them all tomorrow.
How do you pronounce her name?
Yeah. Now, have we seen anything? Oh, Doble's out there too, but I'm not seeing in this group, unless he's in group 2, anything from what we saw last time out, JT, with the team that never got running unless it was in wet conditions.
Who are we talking
I
about?
can't remember off the top of my head. That's really bad. I forgot. Car 18.
He's in group 2.
Yeah. What's his name? I forgot.
Darryl
Dion. Yeah, Dion.
No.
Can never remember it. I always get him and Doble confused with Dion.
Have we had that confirmed as well?
What?
If it's DeLong or Leon?
Dion, I thought it was. Do you want me to ask him
Because
tomorrow?
that's also one that is one that's going around.
Yeah, well, I look
you know.
like an absolute muppet because when I was talking to him when I was walking down, I didn't want to mention his name and get it wrong. So I think he thinks I had no idea who he was. I was going, damn, I know who you are. Just don't know say your last name. Don't say anything.
Why don't you just say his first name then?
I did.
Then he obviously knows that you know who he is.
I know. It's just I felt really, really embarrassed. I was trying to look on his uniform and everything, but he had his shirt off and it was tied around him with his. He was on the phone all day though. He only got one lap in at the test, and that was.
So what happens when you're on your phone all day?
No, but he was arguing on the phone because he didn't. I don't think he wanted to drive the car because it's just not working. That team did an amazing job, but it's not looking the best. Checker flags out though in the first part of this qualifying format. It's group 2 coming in. Doble's had another lap time. Gone.
Yeah, Doble, lap time deleted for track limits. We had a black flag for track limits in practice too, Josh, when they were deciding what groups they'll go in. That was for our champion, Ash Sutton, as we've got Aaron Taylor-Smith across the line.
Whoa!
Goes top for 115.043, and hybrid unavailable for the rest of the lap for Ingram as he comes across the line. 114.512. Here comes Osborne as well, and I've also got something to talk about the hybrid in the gap between the session as well, as Osborne comes across the line.
Go
and
6th!
Rain's getting heavier. 6th. So Camish doesn't get through.
Man on pole last year does not go through. Man on fire as well a couple of years ago. Do you remember when the hybrid first started? He caught fire at the top of the hill here. He will not go through. So the top 6, Ingram, Taylor-Smith, Watson, Pearson, Doble and Osborne not going through. Morgan, Camish, Moffat and Holstead, the 4 non-qualifiers. Oh, that's come out of nowhere. That did come out of nowhere, actually. My train leaves in 45 minutes. Don't worry though, Megan, because Omi and Jess are in the background as well. So you're not, and you too, JT. You're not on your own.
I am also gonna do the things and check if it's on time or delayed.
I will still be in the call, but I won't be active.
Megan, you are on your own.
For what?
Yeah, I've got Creator Series.
For what? What am I on my own for? I thought this was the only thing I was doing for the rest of the night.
It is.
Yes.
Oh my God.
What?
I've not made the NASCAR intro.
Good luck.
How did I forget that?
You're not going to have time, are you, Josh?
We've got a gap now. We've got a gap now. Put it to battle screen. Hand over to ITV and do it right now. Here's David Addison and Tim Harvey.
In that garage, once Dan Camish gets out of the car, draw slammed. Not quite as forcibly as I was expecting, but there will be words had, I'm sure, like you say, with the team, because ultimately they make the call as to when to release the car.
Yeah, he was plenty quick enough to do it, just wasn't out on the track at the right time.
And Group 2 is go.
So a disgruntled Dan Camish walks away. Let's have a look at the order then at the end of Q1 Group 1. Tom Ingram is the fastest. He progresses, as also do Aaron Taylor-Smith, Andrew Watson, Roden Pearson, Mikey Doble and Sam Osborne. Out of qualifying already, Adam Morgan, Dan Camish, Aidan Moffat and Nick Halstead never got a time on the board. It looked as though from the way the car was driving off the road it was a mechanical issue rather than a spin that had put him off. So more work for Team Bristol Street Motors to do. Right, well we promised you a few surprises. They've happened already then. Camish and Morgan, the two big scalps claimed from Q1 Group 1, and the other half of the entry is now ready to go because the green flag is being shown at the end of the pit lane, so we're in business. The second half of the entry now ventures out on track, and dare one say they've ended up with a slightly better road, haven't they? Because the conditions now, as we saw at the end of Q1 Group 1, were drying out, so these drivers start on a faster track. Now, it's not the fastest six overall, no matter what.
How do you panic on a scale of 1 to 10 when you realise that nothing has been set up for NASCAR thanks to Dorna's block? Like, nothing. So...
Maybe we'll have to do
fun,
NASCAR
Josh.
later.
Do you want me to just talk, just waffle?
Well, I have thought of another thing, mate. You have access to my PC. If I just leave it on the NASCAR, you can set it up how you've got it set up on your new one.
That should work, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's half.
And Louise in the pits.
Rob's car wasn't in the pit lane at the start of the session, so because of that, that's contravening a regulations that says all cars have to be in the pit lane at the start of the first session. So because of that, Rob is not being allowed to take part in this session. So that's my understanding of what's happening here. Obviously, the team slightly confused by it as well because they'd sent him out. So that's what I'm hearing.
The only other...
Wow, okay. So Rob Huff is brand new to the touring cars for the first time in over 20 years, having a full-time job. JT won't be there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's being pushed back up the pit lane, back to his pit box.
He's paid a lot of money to be in that Toyota as well, as we found out. A lot of money. Like,
Yes.
that is the top equipment. I was speaking to the Hard Compound from Instagram and YouTube as well, and Richard said that Rob Huff has paid so much money for that Toyota seat. Unbelievable,
Yeah,
honestly.
and just having a look. Is he around? No, he's not doing the Crazy Karts Championship, so he's done for today.
I'm desperately trying to do like several things at once. Welcome to JT Gets Blocked by
Yes, which,
Dorna and
Josh-
has a go. Go on.
You are definitely going to have to see if there's any highlights of the Crazy Karts Championship and ask the drivers about that, because that's definitely going to be a whole lot of fun. As Ash Sutton is on a fast lap going through Coppice now, and hybrid has changed this year once again, but one thing that has changed about the hybrid is how the car with the LED panels shows the spectators and fans watching on TV how you know what their hybrid status is. Blue is active. Red is that they have no hybrid remaining for the rest of the session/race as Sutton goes top with a 1:12.666. And white is they have no
left
hybrid available for the rest of their laps.
Right.
So they've changed the LED panel, so it's just a little bit easier for everyone to see what their hybrid status if you're at the track and not got all the TV graphics as well. As Turkington is on a lap, Jake Hill just 5 seconds behind him as well as we go up the hill.
Yeah, so coming up there looking good. It's not even loading OBS, it's not even loading the iMovie stuff in, so I can't even get the intro sorted at the moment. Turkington's down in his sector time by 2/10 at the moment, so he's not exactly having the greatest of runarounds as we've tried desperately to hold it in. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is, JT, as Turkington pits, is I will do as much as I can via TeamViewer, but I will leave OBS open so that at some point you can set up the NASCAR screen like you have it for you tomorrow. You have full control of my PC.
I think I know what you just said, but you broke up a little bit. But so okay.
What do I have to do to the map book?
Nothing.
As we've got Sumpton out on track as well. It's a nice livery for the 18 this year, isn't it?
Really is, actually, yeah.
It is a nice livery.
Sumpton was really sweet when I was speaking to him, actually, as well. And what a guy to stand and talk to me for 5 minutes as well. Highly recommend him. And here's the 222 of Smiley coming out there. I love the restart racing order. I really do. It is so, so good. Tom Chilton's had a time disallowed, so he's dropped down to 6th place, JT. Don't know if we mentioned that a second ago. With 4 minutes to go this run.
Yeah, absolutely. The 18 as well is in 7th. Rowbottom and Smiley haven't set a lap time as well, so we will keep an eye on that. But Rowbottom, I believe, is on an outlap, coming to start his first lap. He had a personal best sector 2, but it was an outlap, so that does not count. I have no idea why they show that on ITV when it's an outlap and it won't count. But he's on a fast lap now, is Rowbottom, and went very wide. But we're watching Rowbottom and have Scott Sumpton's time on. Okay. Well done, ITV.
Literally no
As
clue.
we go down the crane curves, Daniel Rowbottom estimated 6th with his current time through sector 1. Sumpton as well, and that is Huff getting out the car because he is done.
Let's hand it over to ITV.
Is doing is it's forcing the teams to think on their feet. They need to be on top of it. Look, Sutton's now on dry tyres. He's on yellow sidewall medium tyres. He's on slicks. I think the reason that Rowbottom was sliding around so much is it's too dry for the wets. He's literally turning them into jelly.
But the problem is that even if he comes in now, he's going to run out of time potentially. As long as he's finished an outlap. But let's see, he's going to pit. He is going to pit this. That car's all over the road. Come what may, this is going to be an absolutely demon tyre change to get him round to do an outlap in time.
Jake Hill weaving like crazy, trying to get some temperature in his tyres.
Sutton's in, and he's the fastest.
Yeah, and Sutton, a lap time for... Oh, look, 29's had a lap time gone as well.
Sumpton.
So Sumpton's lost his lap time. And Smiley to the top for restart racing on the slicks, 1:11.9. And then goes Cook, 1:11.5. Dry tyres the way to go with 2:25 left. That's a very quick change around, Megan. We could see a completely different grid.
It is a very big change around, and that was quite a nice time from Cook there. Very on the nose.
Extremely on the nose, extremely going right as things stand. They will try everything in their power. Smart, and there goes Cook and Smart. As we said, they've changed over times. Very nicely done there. Still, for some reason, ITV are 30 seconds behind everybody else in terms of the timing screen. We may have it on YouTube nowadays, but same old, eh? Sarah to come into it, but I'm liking this one. And JT, dry tyres the way to go. Looks like everyone's having a push moment here. Darryl De Jong! De Jong in the car that nobody thought would be here. A 1:10.5. He's fastest.
By a second almost.
The car no one thought, JT. He's there.
You're going to have to speak to him now.
Yeah, absolutely. And he is fast. He had an absolutely horrible season launch. Got one lap in all day, I believe, or one lap in the afternoon session. I don't know if he ran in the morning session. You'll have to confirm that for me, JB. But with 1 minute to go, Darryl De Leon is top. But Josh Cook, purple sector 2. Turkington, purple sector 1. Smiley goes second. Chilton goes 7th.
This is changing every second. We're into the last stages. This is Group 2. Then it'll be the top 10, well, top 12 shootout to determine who runs. JT, explains what happens after this session, because isn't it like another qualifying for then a shootout?
Yes, it's another 10-minute session with top 12, top 6 from each session. Then it's top 6 from that session going to another 10-minute session, I believe. So yeah, as he goes faster, 109.612, Turkington 109.617.
5,000 between them.
Jeez.
And Sutton in the Napa. Now this is the team that everybody wants to beat. Tom Chilton said that even though he felt the car was quicker, that those Napas are still going to be hard to beat, but they're going to give them a good run for the money. Now, 9 out of 10 pole positions last year went the way of the Napas. That's why we changed the qualifying format to try and spice up the racing. Is he going to do that as he heads down? So we could be in. What's Sector 2's Delta? He's a slower. Sutton's slower coming through the chicane here as he boots it. Cook goes 3rd, Smiley 5th, Chilton 6th. But the track's improving every second. Sutton across the line and moves up. Fastest! 109.579. But look at Turkington. They're all having it done.
Well, really going for it.
Turkington across the line in the number 20 team BMW West Surrey Racing goes out to fastest. De Jong goes into 2nd position. Hill coming through. Still on it. Hill goes 2nd, 109.4. Much better lap times. What can we see from Rowbottom in the Napa? Cross the line.
What's Turkington fastest lap, Josh?
108.772 for Turkington. Rowbottom didn't make it. So
Rowbottom out, another Napa.
Another Napa out, yeah. But Turkington, Hill, De Jong, Sutton, Cook and Smiley progress. Out go Chilton. That's a shocker for Accelerate Racing, the Bristol Street Motors. Yeah.
The front of his car.
Sumpton in problems. Rowbottom's out, and Rob Huff never took out either, but Chilton didn't go through. Oh, I feel sorry now. Ingram got through though. Right, that's me done. I'm off. I'll hand over coverage to Megan. What's up, Megs?
I just don't like you leaving me.
Well, before I do, I'm just going to make sure Team Viewers open on the laptop so that everyone can control both.
Okay, good, because...
Just close everything down. I'll do it. And then you just have to plug it in the morning, okay? When you leave... no, leave it. Just close everything. I'll leave it. I'll do it.
Do what?
Don't do a thing. Just turn the heater off.
That's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
I'm good at talking at a screen and interviewing people. That's it.
Just turn the heater off when you leave the commentary box. That's all you have to do.
Okay, I can do that.
And don't forget, you have a handheld tomorrow for when we're doing presentation stuff. And that's 3. Just leave everything as it is.
Yeah, you remember how you said you'd go through it all with me?
Yeah?
You never did.
Don't touch anything. This is a no touching zone. No touching. JT, over to you.
Okay, so Colin Turkington, 108.772. Then Jake Hill, Darryl De Long. Incredible lap time as Sutton, Josh Cook, Chris Smiley in the restart racing gets through. And then Tom Chilton, Daniel Rowbottom knocked out, the second of the Nappers to be knocked out, and Scott Sumpton in the other restart racing car knocked out as well. And it was a interesting part 1 as well because of the weather. Now, Rowbottom has been called into Toka Technical.
We'll keep an eye on that.
And the push-in crew have assembled.
Well, this is going to look very odd that I'm leaving the British Touring Cars to go to the British Touring Cars, but that's exactly what I'm doing. My train's in 20 minutes and I'm off. So my thanks to Jess, my thanks to JT, thanks to Omi, thanks to Ed for all your help today, my thanks to you, Megan. And qualifying part 2 before the final part 3, we'll hand over to Josh T and to Megan Burge. JT, how's your timings looking? All good?
Timings are good, and if you didn't know, it's platform 3 and it's on time.
Thank you. Here's Louise.
Session for the guys down here at Kappa Racing. Ollie Collins, just explain to us some of the issues that you had in that session, basically with processes and the weather combined.
I don't think it was a process, it was the weather. And we clearly made the wrong decision. We went out on slicks, it got a little damper. It was in the middle of slicks. I think if we'd gone out on wets, we would have been okay. If we'd stayed on slicks, we would have been okay. But we made the decision halfway through to go to wets, and it was clearly a disastrous decision because we've got the pace this weekend. We know we've got the pace, and unfortunately, round 1, Dan doesn't get to show it in qualifying. Hopefully it doesn't affect our race 1 tomorrow too badly, or race weekend too badly.
And obviously, Dan Rowbottom next door as well. There's been a similar kind of problem there, it's the other way around.
Josh T, by the way, you're now controlling my computer, just to let you know.
It was actually the right thing to do. The reaction time, it's easy to say in hindsight, but others reacted better than what we did in that situation. And unfortunately, we've had a bit of a disastrous opening session.
Well, Dan, you're obviously on the receiving end. You're the guy who's going to have to deal with this. Probably fair to say you're not the massive fan of the quick 6 qualifying session as it stands right now.
I was looking forward to it. I'll be honest with you, though, the second that I was in the car looking at the sky, thinking today's gone very well. We've got a lot of speed in this car, and I thought if there's one thing that can undo this, it's going to be this, what we've just had, basically, a scramble to the line, not knowing if you should be on the wet or the slick. When I actually did the cross lap, I actually thought I should be on the wet here, because, yes, I'm going to destroy them in 2 laps, one lap, 20 seconds even, but I'll be 4 or 5 seconds off the dry time. As it happens, I was miles off the dry time, so the time to swap was early on. Or don't swap at all. The mistake we made, and obviously we'll debrief and understand, is that the maths were wrong. When we made the call, I was called in for the change for wets. We didn't have enough time to get back out. I could not complete the lap, so just one of those things. It's a shame because we are very quickly, but tomorrow's my day, and I feel confident in this car and team that you'll see me at the Sharpen this weekend. Just not the start of race 1, but maybe by the end of race 1.
Hope so. Back to you guys.
Louise, thanks. Dan Camish forcing a smile, but we know he's a good racer.
Yeah, absolutely. Just catching up with live TV pictures there with the times too. And we get ready for part 2 of qualifying to get underway. And it is the fastest 6 from each session to advance from Part 1, top 6, into Part 2 as well. And one driver which we didn't expect to be in Part 2, after all of his issues in launch day, is Darryl De Leon.
Yeah, from the issues which were happening on launch day for him, and him only getting 1 lap in, it is quite surprising that he was able to get such a good time today.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was the luck of the draw, really, because of the change in weather conditions. Track is cloudy and dry, but we have had the sprinkling of rain around, and could we expect some more rain? I'm having a look. Humidity is 79%.
Oh, that's high.
Air temperature 8 degrees. Track temperature 10.3 degrees. Air pressure 1002.8.
Does it give any
Wind
chance of
direction is east at
participation?
17 miles per hour. No, but I believe it should be high, as we've had a little bit of precipitation. As it's actually quite funny because in the news studio, my cat is still exploring this new room because it's changed, so all I can see in the corner of my eye is just a cow exploring. As we are green for part 2 of the British Touring Car Championship, Donington Park. Don't scratch on the carpet, thank you.
My TV pictures just had a slight little issue, but they're fine now.
Awesome, we are on board. And weather conditions is showers. And there's a track and air temperature once more, but it's actually dry right now. When it was raining, they said it was sun. When it's dry, they're saying it's showers. Well done, ITV. As Darrell DeLong exits the pit lane and enters Redgate as the 20 of Turkington out on track as well. Out in this session, it is
I've got a buffer
Sutton,
screen.
Osborne, Turkington, Hill, Ingram, Pearson, Watson, Cook, Doble, Taylor Smith, Smiley, De Leon. Say that again, Megan.
I've got a buffering screen. And now a frozen screen.
Well, I've got TV pics, so I'm all right. So we're not fully dead.
Just says Joshua Birch is leaving in the car.
Welcome to JB Motorsports, Megan.
I've been here for longest.
That's the point. When the main man isn't here, stuff always goes wrong. But then when he leaves to go and fix something, and the commentary box door shuts, and
it's just started doing it again. Just as I told Joshua.
And Turkington and Sutton following each other, and they are on their first laps currently. It's a 21.041 for Colin Turkington. First sector, Osborne did one outlap and then came straight back in to pit lane, so he is going to do some changes to the car, get a new set of tyres on.
Just gonna mute the radio mic. I don't think you're on for radio mic 1. So just while this connects back to the internet, because our internet for some reason it went really strange. There we are. And speeding it up again, I see.
And here comes Colin Turkington across the line. His first lap, a 1:12.025. As Sutton was on a lap time, but he comes into pit lane. The installation laps are done for most drivers, but Jake Hill also came across the line for a 1:13.601 bank lap. And let's have a look at the times on the battle screen for you, whereas everyone comes in to pit lane. Osborne out on pit lane, though, he only had one installation lap instead of 2 installation laps like everyone else. And Sutton not ready to go yet. Now he is. They push him out, and Af Sutton is good to go. Turkington, purple sector 1, purple sector 2. It's a incredible lap as he comes towards the line. What is it going to be? It is definitely an improvement. It's a 1:10.166, and he is going for multiple push laps as it's a 19.956 first sector time for Colin Turkington. Colin Turkington, multiple push laps, pushing, and pushing.
That's very good for him.
What,
everyone else comes out on their outlap.
What's your clock at the top of your TV pics, Megan?
5 minutes 8.
Nice.
Yeah.
You are in fact ahead of me, so let me fix that 1 second. I need to do the 2 times as well, as Colin Turkington continuing to push. And he will head around the circuit as well. Darrell De Leon's front left, driver's side window is out. And it's not meant to be like that. It's hanging out. And Colin Turkington's last lap was a 109.101, so we are getting faster in this. I'm now at 4:29, 4:28, 4:27.
Yep, same as me.
As we're on board with Tom Ingram. Nice. And Ash Sutton as well. But Colin Turkington's going faster again, Megan.
Oh, he really doesn't want to give anything up, does he?
No.
He's making sure. Hold on. The internet here hasn't been exactly the greatest today.
4 minutes to go in the session. Here comes Turkington, overtakes Sutton. Down the back straight into the chicane. And Sutton is on a outlap. And here comes Turkington across the line. Faster once more. It's a 108.513. So Turkington is top. And we wait for the next drivers to come across the line. Cook goes fourth with a 112.145. Jake Hill second, with a 108.739. And we love when ITV Sport insert an advert onto their YouTube stream. Love to see it.
I ain't got one.
As Sam Osborne goes second with a 109.721. Ingram fourth, Watson fourth. Here comes all the fast lap times. Taylor Smith third. The 18 third. Pearson sixth in the 14 car. Chris Smiley goes into seventh, so that's not good enough. Colin Turkington, purple sector 1. Once more, can he improve on his time? And that was close there. Doble goes 6th on the cut line as well. Everyone is improving. I think it'll be... Yeah, I think it'll
Sutton's
go
just
to
gone
the
fastest.
last one.
Sutton's just
across the
gone...
line.
Sutton's just gone fastest with a 108.020.
Good lap time, nearly half a second quicker. Well, Nappers have still got it, it looks like, but the BMW is also quick as well. They've been very secretive. Here's the 11 of Watson. Ingram goes second, 108.357. Where does Watson go? Fifth, 109.076. Taylor Smith goes 8th. Osborne 6th on the cut line. Dowd Long gets a lap time deleted and pits, so he is done. As Sutton, another purple sector 1. I am getting the qualifying lap record up. It's a 107.570, an average of 104.13 miles per hour. That was done last year by Ash Sutton, and he's fast again. We still have to go half a second quicker, but we shall see what happens next. For Ash Sutton, Tom Ingram, purple sector 1. Can he go quicker? And Sutton goes across the line.
Yep.
And there's a red flag.
Yeah,
oh,
red flag.
Osborne's in the tyre wall, and that is going to end his session. He's 7th anyway, but that's going to need a little bit of repair to tyre barrier and Osborne to be recovered. Osborne is okay. He opens the door, and that is a very unusual spot to go off, Megan. That's the inside of the exit of the old hairpin.
Tell you what, that photographer got a really great view.
Let's have a look at... Oh, that was a big hit. And that's a very unusual place to go off. That was the end of the incident. Do we get to see what happened? But the red flag is out. Hopefully it's not that big of a delay, because I've got somewhere to be in 45 minutes or so. So that should be fun. The one thing that I didn't want to happen has, well, happened. It's the British touring cars. I was expecting it anyway.
I'm sure it
But
won't last long.
That should
Hope.
end the session, because it's 1:19, unless if we go on to the red flag within the last 5 minutes rule.
gonna take them a
well,
little
if they
bit
still
to
have that.
do that tyre barrier.
Yeah, it's just reorganising the tyres, but Osborne is out of the car. And that will be the end of his qualifying session as well. The paramedics and doctors speaking to him now. With 1:19 on the clock, we await to see what will happen next.
Right. So, that was something I did not really expect to happen.
It's the most unusual place I think you can go off on at that area of the circuit, and I think Josh will be surprised about that, so I'm just going to give him a little message like, how has Osborne been able to bin it on the inside of the old hairpin? I'm just going to message him now.
Saying what, sorry? I'm here.
Josh?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Josh. Osborne has decided to bin
Are we
it.
in an interview?
Are we going to that, Megan?
Yeah, there's an interview.
Our
Go on.
qualifier because we're repairing damage from FP2, and apparently not. You've got to be ready for the other qualifying. So if the car's not in the pit lane, you're
Let's
not allowed out.
down then.
Yeah, is what it is.
Well, I mean, there's going to be there's some heavy hitters that are going to be starting towards the back with you. So there's still all to play for come race day, isn't there?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, you know, we've raced from the back many times and come through with success. So tomorrow hopefully will be no different. But yeah, I mean, frustrating for the team, frustrating for me. It's just not nice, is it? But hey ho.
Is what it is. I'm glad to see you're still smiling.
We push on.
See you out there tomorrow. Back to you guys.
Okay, interview is now over.
So, yeah, Josh. You have track walked Donington recently. Take yourself back to the old hairpin and the tyre wall on the right-hand side, on the inside of the circuit, as you exit the old hairpin and go up round the bridge to the left-hand side. I think he's got some issue. No, never mind, that was...
Is it Omi going out instead?
Are we good? Yeah, we're good, I think.
Well, he's not speaking,
but
so
yeah.
I don't know.
Going up the inside...
It was JB who left, because
Yeah.
he joined on
Alright.
the commentary box thingy.
Yeah, I think there's some issues. But yeah, going up on the inside, you've got the... I'll do it anyway. We've reset to 3 minutes, so we'll go again as per the British Touring Car regulations.
They have to add more.
You go round the old hairpin, and then you go that way, but he must have got on the curb and gone up that way, straight into the wall backwards, which, going backwards, is, yeah,
Not the
that
best
makes it
idea.
even more mysterious on the inside of the exit of the old hairpin.
Yeah.
We've seen crashes there before, but that's definitely an odd one, and we haven't seen the result of it, we've only seen the end of it.
Well, new rule for this year as well in the touring cars is that you now, instead of 5 minutes, the clock resets to 3 to allow an out lap and a push lap.
Yeah.
So that's why the clock is set back to 3. I'm currently walking over a bridge at my train station with
that's
a
why
bag
you
full of
went off.
equipment and a duffel bag. Yeah, so I'm now at platform 3, waiting to get the train to Leicester, which is
Nice.
not where I'm going, obviously, but yeah. Basically is, yeah.
Is it busy?
Yeah.
Now, this is where I go onto a certain website and I put in the location and I have a look at platform 3 and the train is 2 signal blocks away from you, Josh.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you have to tell me. Well, saying that, the lights have just come on, so either that's another one or that's me. But it doesn't come for another 18 minutes or so, and
you
the
want me
red
to
flag's
check?
still out, which is great.
Yes, the red flag is indeed
Can you
out.
hear me
but
all right?
Yes, you are actually pretty. We can actually hear you quite well. It should get there at
I'm at a train station,
16:27 and a half, because it has to go in,
Okay.
get everyone off, terminate, go back out.
Oh, okay, that's delivery then. I'll tell you what, I haven't
Yes.
seen that delivery before.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It does. It's quite striking, and I think,
Retro
that's the
vibes.
barrier repair. Yeah, bit of retro. That's the barrier repair. So just put the JCB out there, get the 4 tyres back in, and put the cover on. It should be 2-3 minutes more, and then get that touch in, and we can be good to go for the end of the session.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's it affecting you, by the way, with the cut-off time?
This is fine.
Oh,
This-
good. That's fine.
yeah.
That's why I'm here.
This is part 2 of 3, and that's why you don't go on the grass, because it's very muddy at Donington Park.
Do you remember
and,
when we had a red?
they've made a bit of a mess of it, haven't they?
At Thruxton, because the recovery wheel got stuck. They have. I'll check that out tomorrow. Actually, the red flag we had at Thruxton in 2012 was because we had monsoon conditions, and the recovery vehicle that was there to recover 3 cars got beached. So they had to get another digger to tow the first digger out.
That's funny.
Yeah, and well, it's a weird one, but we've got an interview.
No
so
idea
I'll
if anyone can hear
continue.
me.
Yes, we can hear you. Let's go down to Daryl DeLeon.
Yeah, I think it's gone well so far. To be honest, I don't know what's going on because I don't have radio, so I'm just going to keep trying to push it to get the fastest I can, and we'll see where we end up. But
So slightly frustrating that you had one of your fastest laps deleted just towards the end of that session. I suppose in some ways that's enabled you to come back in, fix a few little issues that we saw with the car. So it's kind of head down for this final run, isn't it?
yeah, I think there's 3 minutes on the clock, and it's just about getting a lap in. So hopefully we can do that, but we'll see.
We'll see you out there. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, he certainly has been one of the.
Out of interest, everything ready for everyone? Oh, the train's here. I think that's great. I can get on the train.
Wait.
Tell you what, guys. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to get on the train.
Make sure it's your train. Don't do a mum.
Megan,
Okay.
I am literally looking at the station tracker right now, and there is only one train at the station.
Well, I'm looking at the Joshua tracker right now, just to make sure.
So this is my train. Yeah.
Yes.
JT, I'm getting on my train now. I'm back to you.
Okay.
And there is the recovery of Osborne on the Donington Park recovery. Of course, at Brands we have trackside recovery. Here we just have the Donington Park recovery vehicles as well. But we should be getting going soon. And we are ready to go, just going through the chicane now. In fact, they're turning left onto the Grand Prix layout, so they can get into the paddock that way as well.
They really like to drag us out, don't they?
Welcome to the British Touring Cars, Megan.
F1 would have been done by now. Just saying. The speed of some things.
I'm on the train.
Yeah.
You can probably hear it with the train. I'm just getting my chocolate for my dad in a plastic fruit and a boiler. So I'm going to have a boiler actually for the first half of the duration. Just a little update for you, as you want to. This is actually the second trip I've taken as many weeks to us. Okay. And I'm the only one other person in my section at this test. So
Oh, that's good.
I'm effectively in my own little commentary box.
Nice. Your own travelling commentary box.
The first class of a train.
Oh, look at that grass
No,
on the
not
circuit.
actually first class.
And
Hey, this is
Josh,
I'm not being signal, but go on. Green light, go
now
on, race
that
it.
you're here, it's a weird place to go off there, isn't it? That must be a get on the outside curb and get spun around and go into the wall backwards.
Well, we said it was drizzling, didn't we? And if you take a look downhill, it's very downhill, that part of the track. And the entry curve carries a lot of moisture. So I reckon he's turned in, and as soon as he's done it, he's hit the damp part of the line, and it's just lost him round. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see the onboard camera when we get around that later on in the season.
Yeah,
I might have to
absolutely.
get a ticket, actually.
Green flag is on, and I think just before we cut round, we saw a car going wide at Redgate, but they haven't bothered to clear that grass, so the cars are going to do it for them, and that's right across the racing line as well. But Sutton is out first. Of course, gold wing mirrors, gold number plate, white Valva line on the front. That's how you can identify as Sutton this year, with the 4 Napa cars as they enter the Roberts chicane. Left then right onto the final straight. Go on.
This is really disconcerting for anybody watching it right now who's just hearing me say I'm going to this event, but this is qualifying. This is certainly one of the safest places I've ever been before. Sutton's still fastest. Ingram, Turkington, Hill, Pearson, Watson. That's the top 6 going through at the moment. Look at Doble just from the exit there, actually. But De Jong put down in 12th position.
Speaking of Hill, just done a very good. I don't know. It says V1. I'm guessing that's sector or something.
V1 is.
You just reminded me.
Yeah, V1 is speed.
You just reminded me of that, thank you. Sorry, I just realised I was sitting the wrong way because I like to take I like to, if I'm going forward, I like to go and move forward. Can somebody else do the shouty bits in 7 seconds?
Yes, I will do the shouty stuff, don't worry. As we have got Colin Turkington on a lap on the outside of the final chicane across the line. Where does he go? Stays third, 108.992. And everyone coming across the line to start their final lap times. Hill third with a 108.506. 7 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Checkered flag is out. Osborne 10th, Smiley 11th. And I'm guessing that was a lap time deletion for Osborne for causing that red flag.
Well,
Josh Cook, by the way.
Like a yellow triangle next to his name, so I'm supposing so.
That's the missing. They're missing from the session. So on the TV, they're red, highlighted on the time screen there.
Well, he's got a red
yellow
triangle.
Yes.
I mean,
anyway,
yellow.
Tom Ingram, purple sector 1, 19.799. He's using his hybrid as he goes down the back straight into the Roberts chicane. Tom Ingram could go top here. He's 53,000 slower in sector 2. Turkington goes third, first one to come across the line. Sutton stays top, 108.020. Ingram stays second, 108.099. Pearson goes fifth. Cook is not making it through. Taylor Smith, not. Doble, the number 18 as well. And of course, Osborne in the 77. And we're waiting on the 222 of Smiley, but he's a yellow sector 1.
Number
yellow
88
sector 2, so
of...
I don't think...
Number 88 of Doble, his time has been disallowed.
Track limit, so that won't count anyway, as he was down on the order anyway. Is this a replay of what happened with Osborne? No, this looks old. This doesn't look like this year.
Well,
it's not this year because... Is it? That looks old. Okay.
Well, it's not going to be from the past. Not time traveling.
I mean, that was a little bit random for my TV.
Maybe it was just a really strange camera angle.
Yeah, that was a little bit random for my TV. Taylor Smith going round as well. But part 3, advancing is Sutton, Ingram, Turkington, Hill, Pearson, and Watson. And then out, not advancing to part 3, Taylor Smith, Cook, Darrell de Leon, Doble, Osborne, and Smiley as well. So that has the end of part 2. There's the results on the battle screen for you now as the Dockhams car enters into pit lane. Will he get stopped for technical? There's one car, I believe, going to be stopped to Toka technical at the end of every single qualifying session, I believe, is how they are doing it. And there's Josh Cook. Very pink, his car this year. Pink helmet, pink wing mirrors, pink strip at the bottom of his sun strip as well. It's Doble and Rowbottom who have been stopped for technical, and I believe the 40 of Taylor Smith. So yes, they have gone one from each session, as I believe, and I believe that's in the regs as well. As bonnets are up, tyres are being changed. I think we may get a couple of interviews in between this session and the next session for when we get going. And Josh Cook gets out his car, slams his door. Josh Cook is not happy. Josh Cook is not happy at all. Gets out of the car, slams his door, and takes off his gloves in anger. And I think he even threw them on the floor as well. So not a happy Josh Cook. And note that down for tomorrow, Josh, if you're still here.
Right.
There's the classification once more. Sutton, Ingram, Turkington, Hill, Pearson. Of course, then that as well. But that was a good part 2, Megan. And I spy with my little eyes something beginning with...
Yeah, just about. So Josh Cook was angry when I was down there anyway.
Is he always angry?
Is there a massive delay?
Why?
I think there's an incredible delay on Josh's end because he's out and about.
Yeah. That's the same, but this is it all around.
Right.
Interview, let's go down.
Right.
So far.
Oh, Louise, absolutely delighted. At the moment, we're on from our best qualifying to date, and yeah, a year ago we just missed out on what was a top 10 shootout, and now we're through to the quick 6. So yeah, absolutely buzzing.
You are absolutely beaming. I don't know whether you can focus in on the eyes here, but this boy is absolutely beaming inside that helmet. As you say, just missing out last year. What do you think? What are you aiming for in this session now, in this final shootout? You're just happy to be here, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. At some point, I'll stop surprising myself. We've got a fantastic package here, and credit to Team Accelerate and Macklin Motors. We've done an absolutely stellar job of the winter, and I had a real confident feeling. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to get ahead of myself, but at this point in time, it's just showing what we can do. So here, I want to improve on my time from Q2 because I felt like I left a little bit on the table. So fingers crossed. We'll see how we go.
What kind of shape do you think you're in this year? Because I think that there's been a lot of chat about the fact you did seriously well last year. Coming into this season, you've got to be feeling really quite... We ready to go, are you?
Yeah,
I'll let you get your head down.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's got more important things to do.
Right, that is the end of that interview.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, there's a bit of lag because the train station doesn't work well and you're inside a metal box. So I'll leave it to you.
Awesome.
You should be leaving in 3 minutes.
Yes, where is it? Yeah, awesome. As we come back up to the main commentary box, as the green light is on and the final part of qualifying is underway. Taking part is the number 1 of Sutton, Turkington, the 24 of Hill, the 80 of Ingram, the 14 of Pearson, and the 11 of Watson. Weather conditions, cloudy, track temperature 10.4 degrees, air temperature 8.3 degrees, and it's myself, Josh T. Alongside me is Megan Birch, and Sutton is heading down the training curves towards
there's
the
an
old hairpin.
advert. So I'm going to have to mute, and also I can actually skip it. So, yeah, that's fun.
That's always fun, as we are on board with Sutton as we go up towards the Coppice section of this circuit, and the keypad that all the drivers have to the left of their steering wheels always reminds me of this, an Elgato Stream Deck.
It must get annoying
they
for
are
them.
literally identical.
It must get annoying for them. It always like flickering.
That they don't actually flicker, that's just the cameras.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, it's annoying me.
Yes. It happens with the LED boards sometimes on the trackside, on the side of the anything that has LEDs and stuff like that sometimes like flash weirdly, with depending on what camera settings you use. But everyone going what's looking for a second installation lap, because no one is indeed pushing with 8 minutes to go in this session. Only only 6 of them out on track, so they have enough time and they have enough space on track to complete this session as well. As there is Ingram going around the bridge.
Joshua should be underway now.
And yes, his train has indeed left the station.
Good.
The power of having a website which tracks where trains are depending on what signal they are on. As Watson just warming up the tyres. Pearson as well. Watson has got bigger numbers on the top right windshield of his car than some other cars.
I suppose that's handy.
Yeah, there's Turkington. Hill, setting 1:14 lap times, just warming up their tyres. They're going for a triple outlap, triple warm-up laps. And that Blackbird or Pro or whatever bird that was needs to get out the way.
A lot of people are in the pits right now. I reckon 4 of them.
Getting ready for the next runs. They were just installation laps, but Colin Turkington and Jake Hill, the 2 BMWs, going for another approach.
That's interesting.
And
We only
Turkington
2
went for another approach
BMWs.
in part 2 as well.
Maybe not needing to pit as often was what they were hiding.
Yeah, Turkington is on a banker lap, 20.861, so a second slower in sector 1, 38.091, so he is on a banker lap, so he should go through again to get a faster lap. He slides out the final corner, goes across the line, and what's his first banker lap time? It is definitely a banker, and it's a 1:12.299 for the BMW of Colin Turkington with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
That's good. That is very good time.
Hello.
Yes, if a bit.
Hi.
Hi.
I've left the train station. Yes. I've left the train station. I'm on the train, which is very weird. It's heading to we're in the middle of the qualifying session. So I'm leaving the office. But,
You go a bit in and out.
Say again, Megan?
You're going a bit in and out.
That's because we're on a train. It should be fun. It's stable.
Is there many people in your carriage still? Or no one?
No, not many, but it's not we can't do the challenge. So it's you down to get to the session.
Well, there are 4
Hello,
minutes and 40
Just go.
Colin Turkington goes across the line, but never mind. He went top, but Jake Hill with the first proper lap time of a 108.408, but that will not be the fastest lap time we see in this session, as everyone is out on track. Colin Turkington sets another purple sector 1, nearly a tenth quicker than Hill's purple sector 1. The perfect lap time is a 108.389 currently, but Colin Turkington is flying round this circuit up onto the back straight down towards the sector 2 line. It's a 36.352 sector 2. Hill just behind him in the other BMW as well. Sutton goes across the line, bank lap 113.414. We await Colin Turkington to come sliding out of the final chicane. Jake Hill sliding even more. Turkington across the line, 108.160 for Colin Turkington. Jake Hill behind, 108.220. Massive lock up into turn 1 for Colin Turkington.
Oh, that ain't good.
Keeps it on the road.
That is good.
As Sutton, purple sector 1, currently in 6th. It's a 19.766. Never mind, Tom Ingram takes his purple sector 1 away. It's a 19.731. Ingram is fast. Sutton is fast. We're going to have a couple of good lap times.
That might
Heading
be taken away.
into this next lap, that was very close to the bollard. I don't know if he hit it or not, but that was millimetres, if not centimetres as well. Probably the other way round. But as Sutton goes into the final chicane, slides it out, hybrid unavailable for the rest of this lap. Where does he go? It is a 107.896. What a lap from Ash Sutton, who holds the qualifying lap record from last year. We're 3 tenths away from that. Here comes Tom Ingram across the line, currently 5th. Where does he go? Does he go top? No, goes second. 108.038, 1.5 tenths away.
Yeah. How impressive is that there from Ash Sutton as well? Of course, still so impressive with that second top. Essentially, needed for it to really get out of close to the This is not a different track. We've already got 2 turns away.
I heard 2 tenths.
Yes.
It's very crackly where you are, Josh.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised he is on a moving metal box going through countryside. Probably.
True.
Yeah, it's not the greatest.
I heard that. That was clear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was
you
clear.
can hear me talking?
Right now,
Oh,
yeah.
great, okay, choose go. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Jake Hill, purple sector 1. Meanwhile, could he go faster? What's his sector 2 time? Is it a purple? It's a green for Pearson. Is it purple for Hill though? No, it isn't. As Ingram is got the purple sector 2. He'll come across the line. 107.845. Massive lock up into the chicane for Hill. He makes a mistake on the Roberts chicane. That is his lap gone. Jake Hill gonna have to go again, and that will have a big bite of his setup into his final lap as well. Ingram getting on the grass a little bit, going down the crane curves. They are all pushing to the max. Hybrid activated, and I've just realised that the blue light is no longer a rectangle, it's a lightning bolt. How good's that?
I love this new format for qualifying. It's absolutely giving us the thrill that we need. Actually, yeah, the 30 minutes was fun, but this is a lot better.
I just
Yeah,
realised I'm
and
like
Tom
10,
Ingram.
20 seconds behind. It's fun.
And Sutton comes through the chicane. Green sector 1, green sector 2, currently second. Does he improve? 51,000 slower than Ingram on his previous lap? No, it's 107.923. Ingram out the final chicane, across the line with 4 seconds to go. Doesn't improve, and a bit of debris either flown off of his car or kicked up by him. Checkered flag is out for this session. I don't see anyone improving. Watson improves on time, not position, with a 108.837. Pearson as well crosses the line in 5th, so we can confirm that it is Pearson 5th, Watson 6th, Turkington on a lap time as well, but it's a yellow sector 1, so I don't think anyone is improving, but we'll wait for them to come across the line. Jake Hill definitely won't be improving after he cut the final chicane, so that'll be this lap and next lap deleted for track limits. Think about it about the stewarding system on F1 23, which sometimes is correct, sometimes isn't correct, as Sutton jumps through the final chicane. Will he go fastest? It is a 108.363, so 5 tenths off. And I think we can call that done.
Yeah,
Ingram,
what a job from Tom Ingram.
pole. Sutton 2nd, Turkington 3rd, Hill 4th, Pearson in 5th, and Watson in 6th. It is not a Napa on pole for the first weekend of 2024. Tom Ingram, who said in free practice 2 to Alan Hyde, he did not pit because of the weather. I will get it because I sent it to JB. He in fact said he pitted for a bladder critical moment.
Yes, Tom Ingram, look at that action here as well. He knows exactly what that means.
Yes.
He said as quick, and we've had those quick. He's fast, and I can't wait to catch him in tomorrow. My mate Tom Ingram. That's I'm so happy with that. It's a right. Disappear and no. You've got the sound thing, so I'll see.
Yep, absolutely. On board with As Sutton. He looks disappointed. I think we can agree that he looks disappointed there. Hill pulled into Toka Technical. I think everyone gets pulled into Toka Technical for the top 6, and only one from the other, as that's what it looks like here.
He does look a bit it looks a bit like surprised. That's only the second hole.
I think so, because they took 9 out of 10 poles, did Napa last weekend. But let's have a look at the battle screen so we can confirm the results and times. England 107.845, Sutton 107.896, 51 thousandths of a second. Now, 51 thousandths of a second is close, but it's the Tingram. That's the grass there, mate. gets very wide onto the grass, and yes, it's a cool down lap, but
Gardner's hates drivers.
Yeah, 51 thousandths. It's close, but Josh, I think we can agree it's not close in British touring car terms.
Oh no, that is not at all. It was quite a large margin, as you'll be seeing in the entire field, separated by half a second. It's quite a big gap there. So the gap was not to be on pole position. So it's an interesting testament for this one tomorrow. I can't wait to watch it from the top of the business on top. Also on JBMotorsports 2, Twitch, on the JBMotorsports Twitch, and of course on the CFNS Reviews channel. So it's really all over.
Yeah, it is indeed going to go all over. And the top 6 separated by 0.992 seconds, so double what we normally see sometimes as well.
Don't you have somewhere to get to? So we should probably do a quick off.
Yes.
Yeah, run, JT, run.
I have 7 minutes to spare, so Megan, final thoughts of British Touring Car qualifying?
It was intriguing.
Yeah, it was definitely intriguing. Different format of qualifying. It definitely worked, and it'll be interesting to see what it is like at some of the longer circuits we go to, and definitely some of the shorter circuits we go to. The longer circuits, of course, Randstad's Grand Prix at the end of the year springs to mind. Less laps.
Stop filling. You've got to go. You're down to 6.
But shorter
quick
is Knockhill and Brands Indy. Josh, thank you. Megan, thank you. I've been Josh T. She's been Megan Burt. the voice in the background, and at the start of the session was Josh B. And we shall see you in around 25 minutes for free practice 2 for IndyCar with Indy Radio. See you then.